Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We're here Saturday evening for round 3 of the Group 4 World Series. And the World Series, we've just been popping around famous racetracks of the world, racing their manufacturers on home ground. We started at Brands Hatch GP with the Jaguar, Aston Martin and McLaren. Last week we saw ourselves at Italy. It was Italy, wasn't it, last week? I believe so. And this week it's about American muscle. So we have a 2-race format. Oh, it tells me where it was. Yeah, it was Italy, Alfa Romeo, Ferrari and Lamborghini last week. And this week Chevy, Dodge and Ford at the Laguna Seca. And next week it goes all Japan. Right, the settings are fuel times 3, tyres times 4. They have a tyre-free choice of racing soft, racing medium and racing hard. The Group 4 World Series will consist of 4 non-point scoring rounds. Each round will consist of a 10-minute qualifier, followed by a 15-minute sprint race and a 30-minute feature race. Drivers will be randomly assigned a manufacturer before each round. So, I don't think I've got any more news to tell you than that. I don't think there is any livery regulations. And I think they must be able to just use tyres as they wish. I'll look for the brief, but we've been watching Talleyrand driving around in his Chevy. So the brief, afternoon and welcome to round 3 of the Group 4 World Series. Tonight the theme is American Muscle, and we'll be hustling the best of what the USA has to offer around the unforgiving Laguna Seca Raceway. As usual, the 10-minute qualifier will be at 7:30, followed by the 15-minute sprint race, racing soft tyres only with no pit stops. Following a short break, that's a fact to me, we will then have a 30-minute feature race. Good luck and see you tonight. Talleyrand, the boss. So there you go. This is going to be fun, seeing them keep these muscle cars clinging to the track. Shiren there. Oh, he's in a Dodge, and I love the shape of the Dodge. I love its front bonnet. I've had a go in one. I haven't driven one. I've been a passenger in one. When I went to holiday in Florida, they were having a Dodge day at Universal Studios. And if you got your name down early enough, you got to be a passenger ride. They turned one of the car parks, huge car park, into like a mini track. And yeah, they took us tourists out for a lap, and it is stunning. It really is amazing sitting in one of those things. So Shiren, the Russian wonder, the Russian sensation, is he's driving a Dodge this evening, as we've seen Talleyrand in his Chevy. Simex, he's in a good old Ford Mustang, isn't he, eh? So, driving for Team 13, Simex, as well as Shiren. Rivixter, he's down there in a Chevy Sprite. It looks nice, I like it. It's very nice. What effect he's got on that then? It's like a powdered, metallic powder sort of thing. It's good, I like it. So, Rivixter in his Chevy. Pat's turned up, he's also, oh, that's nice. Got to beware of those Pat, those Rich Energy lads though. I hear they don't pay up, so I hope you got the sponsorship money first before you put the stickers on. That's what I'd do for Rich Energy. Also, did I mention Rich Energy sponsors the VRC channel? We're waiting for the check to clear though. So Pat, he's in the V-Rich Chevy, and Binko is driving himself a Dodge. Is that a Dodge? Yeah. Sticking with the Relentless, as he has done the first 2 rounds. Personal sponsor of Binko. I know he's a night shift worker, so that Relentless is a godsend. Me being a night shift worker also, and a very healthy addiction to Red Bull. In the chat, Mika Wivry saying evening all. Mika, grab a car. Go and grab a Mustang or a Chevy. Get yourself into the lobby, there's plenty of room. Duck. So Simex so far out there, Talleyrand in the pits. I think he was the fastest. Well, yeah, you can see he was the fastest with a 28.119. Oh, and Simex testing where the limits of the track are. I think we're going to see a lot of that with these big, hefty, meaty muscle cars. I think we're going to see they're going to be struggling to get them into the corners for a majority of the evening. It's going to be quite a spectacle to see as we're sat on board with the Russian sensation, Shiren, as I break the seal on a bull. Yum yum. So I have no ideas what to expect. We've seen Binko's got good pace these last couple of rounds. Talleyrand, he's fast, he's steady. But Team 13, they are good as a group. They've come together. I can't see, they've got 4 members I've seen racing of a Sunday evening. It just looks like 3 of them so far. I can't see Jokas. I'm not sure if he put his name down for this one. But yeah, if there's anyone out there fancies a go, I'm sure Talleyrand, if you've got Talleyrand as a friend on your PSN, I'm sure they wouldn't mind you popping in. Mika in the chat said, I have a date. Oh, she has a date, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, this is very exciting stuff. A hot dinner date. You got to eat outside though, Mika. I have a date with a bottle of vodka after a long week at work. Oh, okay. Well, vodka, I suppose. It's not as stimulating as a human, but just as much fun, I imagine. And so, as Mika finds the bottle of her vodka, Shiren, or like that, Shiren. Oh, he's gone into the pits. He's gone to the pits. He'll be there in a minute. Hold that vodka. Shiren is on his way. He heard the words vodka, and that's it. He's gone. So Binko, in his restless livery, a weekend racer with us here at the VRC. He's fresh meat, but I've heard he's enjoying his racing with us, so hopefully see him sign up to a few weekend things. Oh, the ready's up and ready. It's a minute early there, Talleyrand. He's getting on, but I'm quite happy to say I guess you lot out there are happy for me to on your behalf, and we'll get underway. We haven't even seen Ragnar's car yet, I don't believe, have we? He's in the Ford also. So Talleyrand's the fastest man out there. 2/10 off his time is Binko. Cymex, he's only a little bit off of the time as well. Oh no, Binko's a lot further off. I don't know what that -243 is, because, oh yeah, he's done a 28.3, yeah, and Talleyrand's done a 28.1. Cymex 28.5, he's 2/10. Oh, he's just pulled himself a little bit closer to Binko. Is there someone else who said they was on their way? I think Binko, he was saying he had internet issues, but he's here now, so his internet issues must have gone away. And Mika in the chat saying it's a Russian standard as well. Well, that's why we can't see Shiren on the track anymore. He heard the bottle open. He heard the fine tune. Ooh, Pat. You're seeing the old, he looks like Knight Rider, Pat. You should have put a red line on the front of that bad boy. I know it's a Trans Am, but I'm just saying because it's black. And I want to see Knight Rider in everything because I love that kit. So Binko, he's in a Chevy. See, I've counted the Mustangs out here because I've driven a Mustang and I've seen Mustangs try to be driven. So I'm counting these Mustangs out of this race. I don't think they're going to be even in with a shout, but we will see. I am no expert. I mean, Cymex is making it sing. He was getting a purple coming around there at the was he at the corkscrew? He must have been, yes he was. So, and is Rivixter in the Chevy. I think Chevy, the Dodge is a really understeery car if I remember it. I think the Chevy burns its tyres up and nice and fast. I don't know if I've driven one. 4 exhaust pipes, it's just ridiculously over the top. Just the Yanks, eh? And I know that Mustang can be a bit of a blighter, a bit of a nutty car to drive. Feels fast. Well, he's just got the fastest, whoever that was. Wasn't really paying attention. And there they go. They're all rushing out. Not yet. Oh no, we've got a pit glitch. Got a pit glitch. It's a pit glitch. Today brought to you by GTSport. We've got a pit glitch. Oh, it's a pit glitch. Whoa. Good old GTSport. And I think some people have already quit out. Shiren can't see Ragnar, but I can see Ragnar bouncing up and down the pit lane like a nutcase. There he is. There's Ragnar. You can't see that. Oh, just a little bit more. Now, no, not back. You're facing the wrong way now. Turn it a little bit. Turn. That's it. Now, straighten up. Now, go forward. Forward. No, not into the wall. No, that's the wrong way. There you go. Oh, he's parked it back up again. Come on, that was fun. So everyone's pitted. And they should all exit out, and we will start this all up again. Ragnar's gone. He's scooted. Oh yeah, I think sometimes that's the only way to fix it. You have to actually leave. Leave. And Binko. Press the red X. Red X for Cymex and Binko. Who's going to be first to leave? This is the competitiveness of these two. They just, neither of them wants to be the first. Ah, there you go. It was almost instantaneously at the same time. The Mustang can be a handful, says Pat. Yes. I imagine a lot of people, when they saw that pop up as their choice of car in the random selector, and they probably thought, oh no. I bet no one wanted one. I bet Chevy was probably the only one everyone was really rooting for. But Cymex has made the Dodge work. I must say, in the GTMC, was it? Yeah. He's doing okay. He hasn't got a win yet though, and it's annoying me. I've only got one more round, and I'm telling you, he's virtually on the podium every week, and he hasn't quite stepped up to that winning spot. They're back in the groom, so I'll get back on track. We're all parked in the pits, so we can look at the back end of all of the cars. There's Talleyrand's back end of his Chevy. He's got a bit of a Hancock thing going on there, powered by SCT. And that is about it for AC Racing. That's your lot for your sponsorship on the back of that car. But someone has gone out onto the track, and qualifying has started. Let's hope, let's pray to the internet gods. All is well here. Cymex is making his way out. That looks good and tidy. It was Ragnar, wasn't it, last time? Had problems. Ragnar, he's out. He's out. Yes. By the hammer of Thor, Ragnar has been released from the jail that he was in. So Cymex first out onto the pits. And Pat in the chat before he goes out. Mustang seems to be doing okay with me in the GTMC. Then I don't make when I don't make a mess of it. You have been having some cracking races of late, Pat, I must say. So Talleyrand, Cymex in the Ford out front. Looks a little twitchy. We'll see how things go. I think the servers may have been having some issue. We had a couple of issues on Friday evening. People disconnecting. Who usually have good strong streams, good strong internets. So, and I think it might have been Mika said that she was struggling to get on any lobbies or something for a good part of the day. So who knows? There's Pat. That's cool as hell. That is Pat. Nice, sleek. Like I said, I hope you cash the check before you put the stickers on the car, because they've got a reputation for not paying up. Rivixter in the Sprite Chevy. There's Binko in his Dodge. Nothing happening at the moment. They're on their outlaps. Not much to say. I could tell you some information about Laguna Seca. I believe it's in California. And it's a fun track. It's a tight track. There's some very fast corners, some very slow corners. There's some lefts and there's some rights. As you can see there's a right. That's a bugger of a corner as well. Coming up is another bugger of a corner that's a right-hander. So there you go. But it's not all the right-handers that are buggers. Sometimes the left-handers can be blighters. That's quite an easy right-hander, that one. That's not a blighter. Here's a left-hander that can cause some stress. There he goes, all the way around it, like you do in a racing car. Adam Hawley in the chat saying, evening all. This one's a blugger. You see them on that left-hander, they're always going out wide. It really is a killer, that corner. And this one is the king of buggers of corners. This is the king annoying of corners, and beautiful as it is, dropping straight down. About 3 or 4 stories, they say, don't they? It's unbelievable. Corner there, Simex making his way around on his fast lap. He hasn't made no mistakes yet. Had a bit of a lap tour. He's got a right hand now. And then the left. This is the last left, and you wish it was never there, because oh my god, it's an awful corner. There you go, another terrible corner. But it's a good track, don't let that put you off. Honestly, Laguna Seca, I love driving it. Every corner's annoying, but I like it. I don't know why. It's one of those weird mixes. So here we go. Talleyrand has gone fastest so far with a 27.561 in keeping with his practice time. Simex went second fastest, but he's only 400ths off of the boss's time. In third is Ragnar, 1.4 seconds off of his fellow teammate Simex. And it doesn't look like Shiren's posted time. There is Shiren. He's gone across now. Only 4th fastest, 29.2. 1.6 seconds off of Talleyrand's time, and 1.5 tenths off of Ragnar's time. Rivixter has just put it up into 3rd place there. Cracking stuff in the Chevy. Are we getting a bit of a Chevy heavy front? Let's have a look. Binko Bango. There he goes, fastest, 27.396 in the Dodge of Viper. Talleyrand in the Chevy then in 2nd place, 1.5 tenths behind Binko. Simex into 3rd, only 400ths off. He's getting purples in the Mustang, so he's getting something out of that car at the moment. Rivixter, as he's coming around, he's hanging around wide. And there is Pat also very close to Rivixter, Rivixter on track. Let's see how that Chevy performs through the corkscrew. I know Simex was getting better sectors, and we're trying to go back. Oh, he's already crossed the line, cheeky monkey, and he's got pole. Talleyrand's gone faster, but he's not managed to change. Oh, that's how the Chevy does in the corkscrew. So Talleyrand, he's been... We've got Binko going around faster. Simex did put it on pole there. Ragnar's gone faster, but he stayed in 4th. And Binko at the moment, he's the one getting purples. As he's coming around, someone else has set a time. Shiren set a time. He stayed in 4th. He's got ahead of Ragnar in 4th. But all eyes on Binko as he comes around the final corner. Pat set a time. Pat is in 7th in his Chevrolet. And here we see the Dodge of Vipers crossing the line to take pole. Congratulations. Amazing. A 26.971. It's 1.5 faster than Shiren's fastest. And he's in the Mustang. And then you've got the Chevy there. Some 3 tenths back from Simex and nearly 5 tenths from Binko. Oh, look at that slide into the corkscrew there. That's beautiful stuff, Talleyrand. He's up by nearly 4 tenths. So he's on the bubble for Binko's time. We'll stick with this as he comes up to the final corner, heavy onto the brakes, down into 2nd gear, kissing the inside, apex onto the curbs, slamming on that, spamming the accelerator as he goes down the straight. Simex has gone faster, but there you go, Talleyrand. He scoops her up with a 1.5. Binko is making his way around. He's coming up to a sector after the corkscrew. We'll see how he gets on. Simex has just posted a time. He's very close at the top here from these guys. Ooh, 400s down on his own time there, Binko. So he's got to find a couple of tenths in just 2 corners. It's going to be a toughie. Further down, Shiren. He's just crossed the line. He's not gone any faster, Ragnar. He's just coming up to the 1st sectoral. We'll see how he does. He's down, and Rivixter's gone faster. Rivixter has gone faster. He's in 5th. And we see Binko, he sets a faster time. He gets somewhat closer to Talleyrand, but he does not get that pole position. We've got 3 minutes left of qualifying now. And Rivixter we saw going faster that last time around. He's only less than 2 tenths behind the Team 13 guys, Simex and Shiren. And he's got a Team 13 guy behind him. 3 tenths behind him is Ragnar. But at the moment, Rivixter, he's getting blues as he goes around. So he might be able to just jump Shiren. I'm not sure about Cymex though. Cymex nearly a second ahead of Shiren at this point. And Cymex goes and puts it on pole, doesn't he? Gordon Bennett. Well, so we're watching the wrong guy as we're watching Rivixter coming around. Just through the corkscrew, there's another sector to see how he's getting on. He's still only a tenth. Oh, he's dropped 2 tenths there. I don't think he's going to be able to get ahead of Siren. So Cymex, the man, the machine. He's up again. 26.7 for Cymex in that Ford Mustang. And there was me dismissing the Mustang in the beginning. Dismissed it, I did. I said it wasn't even in the same ballpark as the Chevy and the Dodge. I said it shouldn't have even turned up today. But there it is, sitting aloft at the head of all of them. Binko going faster. Oh, how close could he have got? 100th off of Cymex's time, with Talleyrand only 700ths, nearly 800ths off of Binko's time. Shiren, he's got to find a bit of time out there. Has the Russian sensation. He's used to being up near the top there. So he'll be pushing that Dodge to its limits as he comes up around the fast corner. It throws you right out there. He's done very well, stayed off the curbs. He's got himself a nice steady line going up the hill, heading to corkscrew. Heavy on those brakes, get that front end in right over the curbs, come out and squirt that accelerator, lift a little around this corner. Beautiful drive in here, then try and get back on the accelerator again. Heavy brakes into this corner, just slide that car through, speeding all the way, leading up to this last corner. Heavy on those brakes, get the speed down, get her pointing in. Ragnar's set a faster time, but he's in 6th at the moment, and it's Siren we're keeping an eye on as he crosses the line. Is he going to be able to do anything about the guys ahead of him? No, and he's got one more run to go. One more run from Shiren to try and break that top 3. Cymex, meanwhile, Team 13 in the Ford, I want to say Focus, but it's not, it's a Mustang. Ooh, and that's what I'm talking about. You can bounce off that curb and bang, that goes it. That's his last chance of defending that. If he's got any Binko or Talleyrand, if they're going any faster, ooh, I think there you can see him coming back on the track. Pat set another time. Pat in 7th at 29.5. We're watching Binko though as he's coming around. He's got an opportunity to take pole, as has Talleyrand. Talleyrand, is he closer to the fight? Yes, Talleyrand's closer to the finishing line, so we can see how he's doing. Comes around the final corner, does Talleyrand. What's he got? This is his last chance, last gasp. There's the checkered flag. He crosses the line, and no, he's no faster. What about Binko? Can Binko go faster? I know there's other guys in this race. These are the protagonists up the front though. Shiren, we watch, trying to break in to the top 3. Binko is the last threat for Cymex's pole. He's purple. Cymex will be driving around a little bit nervous. He's purple, is Binko, so it's his to throw away at this point. Shiren going faster. Shiren did go faster. He's 7 tenths behind Talleyrand now. And here comes Binko around the final corner. Does he grab pole from Cymex? As he sees the checkered flag, he comes across, and yes, Binko just nearly 200ths faster than Cymex. Talleyrand in 3rd, Shiren there in 4th, Rivixter in 5th, ahead of Ragnar, and Pat just crossing the line. Can he go faster? Oh, he did go faster. It's just 4.5 tenths off of Ragnar's time in the end there. Very close between those two. It's going to be an interesting fight. Rivixter only a couple of tenths ahead of the 2 lads behind him. Well, he's going to still see that. I think we saw him off the track though, didn't we? So, yes. And that is the end of qualifiers. We're going to go into a straightaway 15-minute sprint race on the racing soft tyres. And let's see then, Binko, Talleyrand or Cymex. They seem to be the guys a little bit faster than the rest of the field. And Pat saying my lack of practice time ahead of the race might be showing a little, but I think I was getting somewhere near in the end. You were. I think is a race on. Oh God, what sort of shot is that? Who wants to see that? That's not much better, but that's about as good as I'm going to get for you guys. I apologise. We're waiting for the lights to turn, and there they've gone. And there goes Binko ahead of Talleyrand. Talleyrand made a brilliant jump up there. Talleyrand taking the lead of this race in that Chevy. That Chevy zooms off at the start. Simex up into second place. Binko's dropped down into fourth there. And Pat, is that Pat? Is that Pat in second? Oh, Pat having a cracking start also in the Chevy. The Chevy doesn't gets off the line quite swiftly. There is Suren in third in the Dodge. Binko dropping down to fourth in the Dodge. Ragnar in the Mustang there in fifth. Rivixter in sixth in the Chevy. And there's Simex missing out the most. He was on pole, wasn't he? No, Binko was on pole, but Simex second on the grid, and he's down there 1.5 seconds behind these guys. Meanwhile, Talleyrand trying to pull out a little bit of space on the Pat. He's just had a little off, and Binko is just a whoosh straight past. And whoa, Suren went in there. He thought there was room, but there wasn't. It was always closing that door, and now Pat, he's miles off the road, and I think Suren's ruined his own race if he's waiting. And there is Talleyrand ahead of Binko. Binko sliding through, and Ragnar now. Ragnar is up into third in his Team 13 Mustang. He's fighting Binko for that second spot, and whilst they're fighting, Rivixter is coming through. Rivixter having a good look up the inside of Ragnar, but he's a little bit too far back. But Simex is there. He's come back. Simex obviously didn't want to wait too long for Pat. He waited long enough. He thought, oh no, it was Suren, wasn't it? There's Suren. There's Pat. Maybe Suren waited and let Pat through, and Pat's lost the back end of the Chevy. Oh my word. It looks like he's driving into the pits. He doesn't want to do that. So he's got it back onto the road. Sorry, Pat, I won't watch on. So Talleyrand then 4.4 seconds ahead of Binko. Binko only 0.6 ahead of Ragnar, and Simex there also with a Rivixter right up there. Jaxie Suren some 5.4 seconds behind, and Pat recovering in 7th spot. So Talleyrand then the man above the rest of them. Look at this little train of cars. Beautiful stuff. This is, oh God, what sort of view is that? This is what we like to see. Simex having to get on the hoofs in that Mustang. Quite heavy then. He's following his teammate Ragnar. Just ahead of them, they've got Binko in the Dodge. Oh, Binko looks like he's out there. Binko, has he lost it? Where is he? He's back on track. Oh, he was hanging that Dodge Viper right out in that corner. So two Ford Mustangs waiting to jump with Rivixter right on their tails also, looking for an opportunity. Suren seems to have lost a little time to Rivixter, but Rivixter, he's enjoying a bit of a tow in the short straights that they've got, and Suren not in, well, he's getting fastest laps now, so toe schmo. Oh, it's second lap. They all get fastest laps, sorry. It catches me out every time, that damn thing. So there goes Talleyrand crossing the line in first place of this 15-minute race. Binko seeming to be able to pull a little bit away from the Mustang of Ragnar. Ragnar's done an absolute smashing job from 6th up to 3rd. Ooh, that Mustang's wobbling under braking, snaking left, snaking right. It doesn't want to stop. He's pulled a little. Rivixter is ahead of Simex. Simex has had an issue. Oh, we'll try and have a look to see. But he's already lost the position to Rivixter. And here we just see Suren in the Dodge catching up with the Mustang to make the move into the first corner. Not quite, but he's very close. And the replay will run out before we'll see the move. And there you go. Just about. Just about. And then he gets trapped. So Simex, oh no, Simex back ahead of Suren. And Ragnar, he's still keeping up with Binko. And then Talleyrand is pulling away. He got the fastest lap on the second lap, and he's absolutely flying. 6.6 seconds ahead of Binko. Binko though going faster. He's pulling away from the Mustang of Ragnar. Rivixter having an absolute blazing race up into 4th place. Simex down into 3rd. He was defending from Suren, but he seems to have found his feet again, and he's moving. He's shuffling, and Suren is on his way as well. And Pat now, he's just playing lap time roulette with himself. See if he can edge those lap times up and up as he goes along. Talleyrand, he's kind of on his own as well. I mean, he's got to keep his concentration up. can't rest for a second because he's got a Binko heading his way. And his relentless Dodge Viper. And his pursuit is relentless. Look at that, 2-3 tenths up already. Talleyrand keeping it nice and consistent. 28.2, 28.7. Making no mistakes. 6.6 second lead. He can afford to lose a second or two here. There. Binko's got a push. The onus being on Binko. It's going to be a struggle for him. If he wants to win, Ragnar there, hanging that Mustang right out. Beautiful stuff there in the final podium position for Ragnar. Rivigster, he's lost a bit of time on Ragnar now. 2.7 second deficit on him. His best lap was last lap with a 30.9, but he's got Simex closing in on him. It's only 1.7, 1.5 between the two of them, and the speeds that Simex is finding in that Mustang is a lot better than Rivigster is finding in his Chevy at this point in the race. So heads up, Rivigster, you have got a fast pole on his way. And just behind Simex is Shuren. Oh, it looked like Simex having a little wobble on, or he's trying to break the toe, one or the other, but Simex is all up in his busyness. So watch out there. He's trying to take that inside line. He's got it. You saw Rivigster trying to defend. Rivigster going out wide. He's going to try and bring it up back in the inside of the Mustang, but the Mustang has bolted. It has gone. Goodbye. Oh, and it looks like Rivigster lost the back end of the Chevy there on the curbs. Poor Rivigster. He's going to give Pat something to do if he's not in a rush. Pat quite a bit behind though. Rivigster, he's still in the mud. He's still playing in the sand. As a Pat comes around, yes, Pat's got a playmate now. We've got two Chevys duking it out at the bottom. Great stuff there from, well, no, it's not for Rivigster, but for us. It means we've got more racing. More the racing for us. So Talleyrand, he's 5 tenths down on his own fastest time. 6.1 seconds, so he's lost 4 tenths on Binko. Binko on a push. There's only just under 8 minutes left of racing, so he's got to get a shibby on. Ragnar, 4 seconds adrift from Binko, 3.5 seconds ahead of Simex though. We know Simex on a massive push at the moment, a 28.451 last time around from the pole sitter. Ragnar at 29.8. He's going to cross the line this time around with a 30.3. Simex crossing the line with a 29.2. So yes, Ragnar under threat by the end of this race by Simex, and Shuren is keeping up that pace with Simex coming through. Pat's got himself ahead of Rivigster. Rivigster, oh dear. I thought these guys were going to be with each other for a while, but it looks like Rivigster having more issues than the small off that he had. And Pat now up a position. I bet he didn't think he was going to get that this first race. So Talleyrand then absolutely owning this race at the moment. It's down to 6 seconds with him and Binko, but he can afford a second or two, I'm sure he feels, in that car. With only 6.5 minutes remaining of this race, even if he just loses a second a minute, he still quids in. Well, not quite, but keeping a nice pace there. Binko, he has to push. He has to push, and he's 5 tenths down on his fastest so far. The tyres are going away from him, you can see. They're getting quite red. Ragnar, I'm surprised his aren't more red, the way we've seen he's hanging the back end of that Mustang out. 2.3 seconds now ahead of his teammate Simex. He's getting ever closer. Oh, Shuren, is he pulled? Oh no, I thought Shuren had made a mistake there, throwing it right out in car 69. Pat still ahead of Rivigster. Rivigster back on track. Lost a lot of time on that one lap. This is the thing. This is the knack and the art. These guys go off. The fast guys go off. I watch them. I've analysed their replays. Trust me. I want to be as fast as them guys, and it's a struggle. But one thing I do notice about the fast guys, I notice more down the back of the grid, not slow guys, but the guys that drive further down, is the time it takes them to get back on track from a mistake. The fast guys, they make mistakes, they go off, but in a blink of an eye, they're back on the track again. It's an unbelievable art form. They don't lose the back end. They don't spin out. They go off. They lift. They cruise. They get the car back on the track again. They get it back under control. It's amazing, and they lose very little time for it. They go through the lap, and they've only lost 2 or 3 seconds from what they would do on a fast lap. Whereas me, if I make a small mistake, I go off, I do everything wrong, I floor it, I spin around about 16 times, and then I'm cruising around 17-20 seconds behind the rest of the pack. So it's that art. It's that art of making mistakes. They happen. Even the fast guys make the mistakes. It's it not costing you. That's what you've got to master. You've got to get onto the track as quickly as you possibly can. And now here we look, Simex has really caught up. Ragnar will get on board with Simex in his Mustang as he's heading up towards a 3rd place. You kind of feel like it's a bit of a lamb to a slaughter, the speed differential between the two of them, and wow, he went in there late and he got the brakes working. Unbelievable stuff from Simex there, up the inside of Ragnar. But Simex, pole sitter, 6.8 seconds behind Binko. It's a lot to ask. 29.4 last time around from Simex. Binko doing a 29.1, so Binko slightly faster. He's lost some time to Talleyrand though. He added down to 6 seconds. It's back up to 6.4 seconds. So Talleyrand with the 29.2, but he's being a real consistent is Talleyrand with a 3:29, low 29 laps in a row. Binko, he did a 28.9, 29.4 and a 29.1. Simex, lovely lap times also, nice and consistent. Ragnar, he's in the 30s. He started in the 29s, but he's dipped down to the 30s now. His tyres are getting a little bit used. He's got 3.5 seconds on Shiren though. Shiren was quite close to Simex at one point, but he's starting to lose a bit of time there. A 30.6 his last time around. So Ragnar might not be under too much pressure from Shiren at the moment. It looks like Shiren has really lost the tyres on that Dodge Viper. There is Pat, 22 seconds adrift from Shiren. But if Shiren's tyres really go in the next 3 minutes, and he has himself a massive spin fit, then Pat might be able to get another position, although Pat's tyres are looking quite used themselves. There's the man, 6 seconds again, 5.9 seconds. So Binko in a last minute push, but also the tyres are starting to look quite raggedy. Simex pulling away from his teammate Ragnar, but he's not gaining on Binko at this point in the race. Just under 2.5 minutes left of racing. Ragnar, he's could be under threat from Shiren. They're doing it similar. Well, it's a 31.3 for Ragnar last time around, so Shiren is about a second, just under a second faster than Ragnar at the moment. 2.8 seconds is the difference between the two of them at this point. It's down to 5.5 seconds with Talleyrand. Is Talleyrand really struggling with a bit of tyre wear? I know, yeah, Talleyrand. Yeah, his tyres, his front, well, they look pretty similar, the Dodge and the Viper. The Dodge and the Viper, the Dodge and the Chevy. And Simex there, he's pushing, he wants more than 3rd. He had pole coming into this race. He probably thought, oh yeah, in the bag. Got 2 Mustangs in a row, it looks great. Shiren's not getting any closer, is he? He's not breaking down that 2 second barrier. We're down to the last 1.5 minutes, under 1.5 minutes. So this next lap should be the last lap. 31.0. 2.6 seconds. I just don't think Shiren there's anything he's going to be able to do about Ragnar at this point in the race. Further back, Rivixter, oh, he's ghosted, so having some issues in that car. Pat crossing the line, 6th place to do another lap, is he? Or is that him? No, yeah. Oh, we've still got a minute to go, but this will be the last lap, trust me. He says Talleyrand might do a lap on his own, maybe, possibly. So Talleyrand, 5.8 seconds in the end. Binko, he didn't stand a chance really. After Talleyrand's super start, he pulled away, and then there was nothing to stop him. I imagine that's a downloaded livery, because I know he likes to put a number 20 on his car. Let's have a look. Yeah, see, he'll always put a number on his car and that says 0, so I reckon that's a download, and he crosses the line. Oh, 5 seconds to go. So, sorry, Talleyrand has got to do another lap. Binko slowing down, is he a little? To let that flag out, and there you go. Binko grabs second spot ahead of a Cymex, grabbing third. Great race from Cymex, overtook everyone. There's Ragnar grabbing that 4th place in the end from Suren. Suren not too far behind in 5th. Then we got Pat. Pat was having an absolute cracker up in 2nd place till he just lost the back end of that Chevy, and he's been having good pace ever since then. He said he hadn't practiced enough, but he's not far off the pace that Ragnar was on. And Rivixter, his last couple of laps, he's had some tough ones, but there you go, Pat in 6th, and Rivixter bringing her home for 7th spot. Rivixter looking to have a good race in 4th for a while, and then lap 5 happened, and then it looked like he was I don't know, he was doing one good lap, one bad lap, one good lap, one bad lap. So interesting race, and there he goes. Is it time for a... Oh no, you've already done one bad lap. This one should have been a good lap. He just wants to be able to stream time. Look at him. Oh no, we've still got Talleyrand going around. We can watch Talleyrand. He's a lap down now, as we see Talleyrand bringing it around the final corner to reign supreme in the Americas in the Chevy Corvette. He's coming around with a victory weave, and there he goes, the boss. He's the boss. And Rivixter bringing it home in 7th. Congratulations, superstar. That was race 1, the sprint race. We've got a 30-minute race to go as well, so check that out. I don't know how long a break we're going to have. I don't know if that's Siggy time. Well done, boss. Talleyrand, he got the fastest lap. He did not get pole though. It doesn't matter, there's no points in this. Just downing the last of my coffee. I'll take you to the race results, and there they are. Talleyrand got the fastest lap on lap 2, along with his win. Binko grabbing 2nd place in the Dodge Viper, and Cymex 3rd in the Mustang. So it wasn't all too bad. There was even. It's one of each on the podium. It's always nice to see. Mustang came 4th for Ragnar. Suren came 5th in his Viper. And then we had 2 Corvettes at the back with Pat and Riv. Excuse me, you didn't need to hear that, but it was brewing, and I could have muted the mic, but the animal in me just wanted to let it out into the world. I don't know why. I do apologise. I'm so sorry, guys. I hope you're not eating. But it was there. It was resting deep within me. Right, let's have a look what's going on in the world. Not much. Oh, 2015 for race 2, which gives me exactly 10 minutes. He's changed the Lube, so that means... I don't even know. Do you know? I don't even know who smokes in the VRC admin, because I always make a big deal about, oh, I want a break to go for a fag, and I know some of these guys, they like to race straight after each other. They get, like, you know, finish one race, and then it's only like 3 minutes, and they're like asking if you're ready to go again. And I think it's only because of my whining about breaks in between races that they give it gaps. So I assume Talleyrand is a non-smoker, because he does like to crack on. I'm trying, these are all guesses. I reckon Alphanot's non-smoker. For some reason I think Dan Kuykart might be a smoker, I'm not sure though. And I don't know why I'm trying to guess who smokes and who doesn't. It's a dying art form, that's why. They're killing us off. That wasn't even meant to be funny, but it is quite, I suppose. Smokers is a dying art form, they keep dying off. For heaven's sakes. Right, come on, someone go on the track. I need to do some watching and some smoking. You can tell I want a fag, because it was a bit of a rush. Had me chips and watched last episode of Winter Soldier Falcon, and only sort of like had half a smoke before coming on here. So I wanted to that's why it's obsessed with it. That's why I'm trying to guess what admin teams smoke and who doesn't smoke. I know Homesick Alien smokes, but don't say anything because I don't think his mum knows. And right, there's no one on track. They're in the garage, so you're just going to have to look at them in the garage, I'm afraid, because I can't leave you looking at this. That's awful, isn't it? That's just amateur hour. I shouldn't have stayed on this screen that long. I would have stayed on the results page. But here we go. Let's have a look. Oh, someone's out there, Rivy. My mate Rivs. Tell I like Rivs. I've shortened his name without even asking. Right, I shall return before the next race. 1:15. It's not even that long. What's up? I'm back. Whoa, is that close? Yeah, it's dead on quarter past. Has he asked? Have you seen him ask if it's time to race yet? Oh man, sorry. I was daring make a coffee, and I knew I was cutting it fine. Hello everyone, welcome to race 2. I'm going to be having it in a second, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, I used to have this thing where I told them I'm back, but I think they trust that I get back in time now. So, yes. We're getting ourselves prepared for the 30-minute race. We had a great sprint in the chat. Binko smoke, says Adam. Good. No, it's not good. It's a bad habit, Binko. It's disgusting. Get them horrible yellow nails. And my car is always ashy. Mika says, I can see a car on track. Yeah, I know. I was having a fag. I did try and jump in and press the button. I look out the window. I'm in the garden watching from the window like a voyeur. Oh, medium tyres for Pat. He's giving it a go in that Chevy. And Talarandi's on them softs. He's asking if we're ready. So, and Adam saying, but heavy cars for the Dodge, I think that is. Someone's saying that the Dodge doesn't move off the line at all. Okay. Pat's gone for a K. Pat, breaking trends, eh? I like it. Anything different from... Oh, Cymex. What's wrong? What have I done to you, Cymex? Hey? Thought we were buddies, dude. Yeah, Seren's there. We've got Ragnar with an RC. See, the Saturday night club, they're good. They stick with their R's. The midweek boys, they're keeping that Y trend going. But here we go. We must be getting ready now. That looked like quite a lot of mixture of K's, R's and Y's, just to confuse Talleyrand so much more. Now he's counting them up on his fingers, saying, is that all of them? Is that everyone? Got one extra. Why have I got one extra? There he goes. Good luck, guys, he says. As we head in to the 30-minute race. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. YouTube, love it. I couldn't give a monkeys, but I must admit I like the subscribers. I do get a little grin on my face. We had like 166 subscribers at one point. The VRC did. I am part of it, I suppose. And then I saw the next day it was like down to 165, and I thought, oh, who subscribed? Someone unsubscribed from me, and got a little bit sad for the day. Mooched around, stared out of a window moodily. Went and put the hose on so the water hit the water, so it looked like it was the water hit the window, so it looked like it was raining. But then today I looked and it's back up to 166. They came back. They couldn't stay away, or someone new came. Either way. But yeah, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. It means something to someone. Rivixter, he's on the front. It must be reverse grid. Yeah, there you go, reverse. You think I would have been up to scratch on that? So Rivixter leads them away in his Chevy. Pat in the Chevy in second. Dodge for Seren in third. Ragnar in the Mustang, and Cymex, we saw he was fast in the first race. Had a bit of a problem getting off the line with those Mustangs where they're very heavy, but in the race he was lap timing it right up. Binko just ahead of Talleyrand, and we know Talleyrand was fast in the race. So Rivixter 6/10 ahead of Pat. Pat's gone for the medium tyres, so has Rivixter. Seren also heading on the medium tyres. Ragnar on the mediums. Wow, Cymex, they've all gone for... Oh no, Talleyrand has gone for the soft, but everyone else opting for a medium tyre, trying not to pit maybe for 30 minutes. We shall see how this runs out then. Interesting. Rivixter a second ahead of Pat. Seren in third. He's getting a little bit closer to Pat now, 6/10, and behind him Ragnar is... Whoa, Cymex, sorry, is 1.6 seconds behind with Ragnar. Ragnar wasn't there, so Cymex has made a beautiful move on Ragnar, and we missed it. So here we go. He's just coming around up towards the corkscrew. Maybe we did see it just into the corkscrew. I just didn't notice. There he goes. He pulls out and makes a beautiful move into fourth place ahead of his teammate Ragnar. Fantastic stuff. I like it. So Cymex on the move. He's heading towards Seren now. The Dodge. Ragnar down into fifth, and he's got Binko and Talleyrand both there side by side, waiting, queuing to get past the Mustang. And there goes Talleyrand. He's just made a move on Binko in that malaise, and he's trying to get himself around the Ford, but the Ford will not have it. There you go. What a lovely shot of the three cars we see there at the back of the field. Ragnar in 5th, Talleyrand in the yellow Chevy in 6th, and Binko there in the Dodge Viper in 7th spot. Beautiful stuff. Rivixter still leading from Pat, with Shiren in 3rd. You can see them just up ahead. They're all quite close together. Not as close as these guys. This looks absolutely fantastic from this angle as these three follow each other up the hill towards the very fast and scary corner. And there they go, super duper. Ooh, I thought I saw some dust kicking up there. So let's have a quick look. Rivixter 7/10 ahead of Pat as they head into the corkscrew, all bunched up. Shiren in 3rd, very close and tight behind them. And there's Simex. Simex making a move, as is Shiren on Pat. Pat trying to defend, but he can't now. He can't get over there because there is a Dodge in the way. But there, Pat's still back up into 2nd with Simex there in 3rd, and Shiren 4th back further. Is Ragnar still ahead of Talleyrand and Binko as they head in to the final corner to complete lap 2 of this 30-minute race on these medium tyres. Very good. And now Simex has taken the lead from Pat and Shiren. We've lost Rivixter. Oh my lord, Rivixter's gone altogether. He's left the room. Oh dear, I don't know. Connection error for Rivixter. He's gone altogether. Simex in the lead. Shiren up into 2nd. Pat, we'll play a replay of Pat. Maybe we'll see something. No, he's gone already. No, he's not even in a replay. So, no, I don't know when Rivixter disappeared. But Pat down into 3rd now. Simex leading in his Ford Mustang with Shiren in 2nd in the Dodge Viper. Pat into 3rd, and he's got Ragnar having a look up the inside of Pat. It's very tight there with Talleyrand tucked up behind Ragnar, and Ragnar's made the move. He's made the move up into 3rd place. I'm staying on these long angles because we're getting good camera angle. Oh, Ragnar looking like he's losing the back end a bit. Pat now down into 4th position with Talleyrand and Binko queuing up behind them. And we've still got a long way to go in this race yet. Oh, Binko looks like he's lost it. Oh, has he? Or is that just lag? I'm not sure. No, it may be. Oh, I'm not sure if Binko's going to be with us much longer. His car's skating around all over the place. Ragnar now down into 5th with Talleyrand up into 4th. Pat in 3rd, Shiren in 2nd with Simex still leading. Simex got a 2-second lead now on Shiren. And Shiren's got 1.5 seconds on Pat in 3rd. Talleyrand is now up into 4th ahead of Ragnar. And shall we see what Binko's doing? It looks like he's driving normally now, but wow, there was some crazy things happening in his car just now, so we're not sure. It says he's 11 seconds off of the pack. Interesting. So Simex 2.6 seconds ahead of Shiren. He's got the fastest lap so far with the 29.498, and Shiren, he's trying his 30.965. That's some way off of Simex time, and he's made a mistake as Shiren. He's gone out wide, and Talleyrand up ahead of Pat, and Ragnar's dropped down. Now Ragnar's got ahead of Shiren, but somewhere along the way Ragnar lost a position to Pat, and oh, he's already happened. Missed that one as well. Sorry guys, there's only blooming 6 cars out there. You think I'd get one overtaking manoeuvre? So Shiren having issues on those medium tyres in that Dodge Viper, as is the other Dodge Viper a little bit further back, only 7 seconds now behind Shiren. So Binko might be able to get back into this one, at least to get one position. Simex leading nearly by 5 seconds. He got the fastest lap on lap 3 also in that Mustang. Talleyrand now released in 2nd place. He's going to be doing some major laps on those soft tyres with all the medium tyre cars around him. And there's Pat struggling with that Chevy to get around the corner in the medium tyres, and he's got Ragnar very close behind him going into turn 1. Ragnar might try to make a move. Oh, he's a little bit too far back. That's on Ragnar at the moment going into turn 1, but Pat slide in the Chevy on those medium tyres. He's got absolutely no grip whatsoever in his Corvette. Shiren some 3.7 seconds behind us now. Sat on board with Ragnar for the Group 4 World Series Round 3 here with the Muscle Cars of America. and we're having a blast. So Ragnar, only 2/10 now behind Pat, making a look to make a move, maybe possibly up the inside. He's right on the tail going up the hill. There's a fast left corner coming up. He backs off a little bit. Oh, the Chevy got a wobble on. Chevy got a wobble on. Oh my lords. And Ragnar's off the track, but they're still side by side. It's trading a bit of paint, these two. And Pat was in his way when Ragnar wants to turn in, and Pat continues on. So Simex then leading the way, 4.3 seconds from Talleyrand to 29.9 last time around. We'll see what he does this time as he heads towards the start-finish line. And he posts himself a lovely 29.4. Fastest so far is that, 29.4, beautiful. Talleyrand, he's just crossed the line with a 29.1. Is faster in it, surely. Oh, 29.5, sorry. I don't know what it was telling me, a 29.14. So only a 10th off of the pace of Simex, but already 4 seconds adrift of the Ford Mustang. Is there anything Talleyrand can do? He's on those soft tyres. How long can they cling on for? And will Simex even make a pit stop in this race, where Talleyrand, I'm thinking, must have to? Pat still in that third place, and he's got 2.2 seconds on Ragnar. Ragnar will be driving angry now with that, where the trading paints. And he'll be wanting to hunt himself down a little bit of a Chevy before the end of this race. But he's got Suren, the Russian sensation, all up in his busyness. And Binko, he's still there. He's 4.7 seconds behind Suren. Binko loves to come from behind. Fanar. And Simex getting purples all the way around. And Simex absolutely owning this in the Mustang, and I can't believe it, because I denied the Mustang before we started. A wheel was turned in anger. I said, I don't think the Mustang's going to be here today, and it seems like it is. It really is. But Ragnar is under pressure from Suren, the Russian sensation, all over his fellow Team 13 driver. Ragnar, but he can't quite get that edge, can't quite get close enough down this straight to be able to get a late break into the first corner. And there it looks like Ragnar may have made a mistake. Ragnar locking up the brakes in the first corner, and there goes Suren in the Dodge Viper. They're side by side going into the corner, and I think Ragnar, he's had to concede. Ragnar down to 5th, Suren now up into 4th place, only 1.5 seconds behind the Corvette of Pat. Pat looking to get a podium today. Binko loves it from behind, he says Adam. That's Adam said that, Binko, not me. So Simex leading with the fastest lap, and with 5 seconds on Talleyrand. Talleyrand must be feeling the pain in those tyres. A 29.7 last time around for the Corvette. And Pat doing a 32 dead. And he's got Suren and Ragnar heading his way with a great speed and a furiosity. And Pat's just trying to get around the track on those medium tyres that are slowly wearing away. He's nearly half a second faster than his time. Oh, he's touched the dirt, he's touched the dust. Suren only a second behind in his Viper, and he's ready to bite and sting. So Pat in the Corvette, better keep it chilled, keep it cool, because Suren is going to be looking for a weakness as he heads up towards the Corvette. We're heading towards the end of lap 7, start of lap 8 here. We're nearly 10 minutes, we're just over 10 minutes, nearly 11 minutes into this 30-minute race. 19 minutes left to go, so still everything to race for. We're only 1/3 in, and we've got a long way to go. So Suren looking for a way past anyway, past the Corvettes. I know Pat, he's a great defensive driver, is Pat. So I can't see Pat conceding anytime soon. There you can see the view from Pat's car. Oh, that's not great. Hang on, let me justify using that. There you go. So looking backwards from P3, we can see Suren in the Dodge Viper chasing us down. Well, this is going to make our stomachs churn when we go through the corkscrew backwards. Hold on to your lunch, guys. Your roast dinner. And there you can see the flames out of the exhaust pipe. Oh, that is a beautiful sight, isn't it, eh? So, Sat on the Corvette, and Pat's going a second faster, but he's gone out wide. Oh no, Pat's out wide. Suren, he's coming through. Suren is up into third place in the Dodge Viper. Can Pat maintain it ahead of Ragnar? Hang on. There we go. There's Ragnar. Pat's out wide. Ragnar's really up his tailpipe. He's really getting into his business. Oh, there's a little bit of narkiness there, I believe. No love lost here between Pat and Ragnar for their earlier coming together on track. And there we see, ooh, Ragnar taking the position up the inside. Pat down into 5th place, but Pat trying to come back at the Mustang, and all this time, all this squabbling, Binko slowly but surely coming back at the pack. He's only a second off of the battling Ragnar, and oh god, pressing 8s and 9s. There's not even 8s and 9s in this race. He's battling Ragnar and Pat, slowing each other down as they're heading around the track. So that can only help Binko. Leading the way is Cymex. He's down to 4 seconds ahead of Talleyrand at 30.0 last time around from Cymex, with Talleyrand at 29.6. So Talleyrand on a push on those soft tyres. We're coming up to nearly halfway. We're 16.5 minutes left of the race. We're not sure about the pit stops. We assume there's going to be some, but the guys on the mediums, they seem to be doing okay. Well, Cymex is not losing much pace. 29.7 last time around from him. Talleyrand at 29.5. So Talleyrand is on a push. He definitely is on a push to try and catch up Cymex. Shiren getting up. Oh, here we go. Here's the battle. Binko. Ragnar. Oh no, what happened to Ragnar? Poor Ragnar. We saw Ragnar. He got up the side of Pat. Coming into the final corner. Binko's up the inside. He's trying to get around. Oh, there you go. Just ran out of road there. He might have had to concede, and then he floors it. He burns up the back wheels, and he just costs himself more and more time. You've got to get going as quickly as possible. Don't get angry when you have an off. Get going again. So Talleyrand 4 seconds behind Cymex, doing all he can. Shiren 14 seconds adrift of the front two. 3.4 seconds ahead of Pat in 4th. Binko now 2.6 seconds behind Pat. And Binko is the man on the move, and Ragnar back there in 6th. He's lost touch with those guys. He's 9 seconds behind, but still 15 minutes to race. Could still be in with a shout. Cymex, he's under threat as well. 3.5 seconds. He's losing a lot of time. He might want to consider changing tyres. In all fairness, no, he hasn't gone in this time around. But Talleyrand has. Talleyrand has gone in to change those softs. He's got 14 seconds before Shiren's on him. See, my gut feeling is the guys going on mediums are going to try and not stop. They're going to try and carry on rounds. So now Talleyrand on those fresher rubber. I mean, they're already into the 30-31s, these medium runners, and we know that they can get 29s quite easily on the softs. So although Talleyrand is going to the back of the pack, I believe he's got a good chance of making up a lot of time on these guys. So Cymex leading 17.7 seconds ahead of Shiren. Shiren 30.6 last time around for the Dodge Viper, Russian sensation, with Cymex doing a 30.6. Wow, pretty much same lap times from those two there for Team 13. Pat 3rd place at 31.8. So he's still getting good times out of his car. He's still going faster. Is Pat. Binko in 4th. Talleyrand, after his pit stop, he is ahead of Ragnar, sorry. Ragnar 5.5 seconds behind Talleyrand. Talleyrand though, he's got to do some qualifying laps now in the next 13.5 minutes. Oh, Cymex is pitting, so they are pitting. There you go. There is the answer for the medium runners. That's interesting. And Talleyrand, he just went on to the softs again, so he's doing 2 stints of softs, which was Cymex put on. They put mediums on. Shiren going ahead, he's not coming in, he's staying out there. He's got a 5-second gap to Pat. Pat has only got 8/10 on Binko. None of these guys are deciding to go in. Talleyrand looks like he's going to get ahead of Cymex. They're down off of the blocks. He didn't need to put much fuel in. They're straight away. He's going. It's got a very weird pit lane here. Cymex. Where is he? He's down there in 6th. There you go. Look. But he's going to get round here before Talleyrand, is he? I don't know how it works. But yeah, it looks, it's very close. They're going to hit the track at the same time. There they go. Wow. Cymex and Talleyrand. Talleyrand has had a real comeback because that Cymex was leading by about 3.5 seconds. So that Talleyrand doing the pit stop 1 lap earlier, give himself the undercut, and he's got himself just ahead of Cymex. Both of them on soft tyres with just over 12 minutes left of racing. This is fantastic for us. What are the medium boys going to do then? So, I don't want to cut away, but I would like to see how those guys are getting on. But Cymex just behind Talleyrand. Oh god, we're still in that view. Sorry guys. Could have gone on to Talleyrand's and gone on that view, couldn't I? That would have been cool. Hang on. There you go. Especially around there. It's beautiful looking at the barrel of a Mustang. So Talleyrand 4th. He's 3 seconds behind Binko. But they're going to be a lot faster, him and Cymex. I wonder if Cymex changed his plan because Talleyrand pitted. So Cymex probably thought, oof, I may as well lose a little bit of time, but have the same tyres for the rest of the race. Let's get out of that view. And there you can see Binko just ahead. Oh no, Binko's got himself ahead of Pat. Binko making the move on Pat. Pat there in 3rd, but he's coming back at Binko. Their tyres are so tired. They're so old. They're so used. But Pat now down into 3rd, and the guys behind him, Talleyrand and Cymex, are just going to waltz up to the back of these guys. Absolutely. Pat's still getting fastest sectors though, even though his tyres are gone. He's still finding time in that Corvette. Meanwhile, Shiren in the Dodge Viper with 11 minutes left of racing. He is 3.5 seconds ahead of Binko. Binko is only 3/10 ahead of Pat. Pat now is only 3/10 ahead of Talleyrand, and Cymex there is only 6/10 behind Talleyrand. Talleyrand's going to be making a move on Pat anytime soon, I assure you. Oh, am I on Pat? I was meant to be on Talleyrand. Sorry, guys. Whew, there you go. So you can see Binko and Pat both ahead of us. In our rearview mirror at the top there, you can see Cymex. He led for most of this race. Pat losing grip in that corner, making it easy for Talleyrand up the side of him, but Pat's got the inside line. He doesn't want to affect his race, and there we go. Cymex has made it through, whilst Talleyrand battling with Pat. It's cost him a place, and now Pat's way out of it. Pat's had a bit of a tank clapper in the middle of the corner, but all through that, Cymex managing to get ahead of Talleyrand. Talleyrand coming back at the Mustang, and these two are going to fight absolutely all the way now for the lead of this race. Cymex just ahead of Talleyrand. Meanwhile, Shiren leading 2.6 seconds ahead of Binko. These guys opting not to pit on those medium tyres. Cymex and Talleyrand both pitting mid-race to put another set of softs on, and it's played greatly into their hands. The other guys probably now thinking, is it too late to pit? I'm not sure, but the guys that did pit, they've come across them very quickly. And there you see Cymex trying to make a move on the Dodge Viper. Through the coming up to the fast corner, the Dodge has got no grip next to that Mustang, and there you go, beautiful stuff from Cymex up into 2nd, and here comes Talleyrand to try and make a move also, and Binko would be mad to try and defend it on those tyres. He does not. He's got to think. He's in 4th. That's a good spot. He's ahead of Pat. He's ahead of Ragnar. Doesn't want to risk anything. While Cymex and Talleyrand battle like gods through the pack. Shiren, he's got to grip hold of this lead. He's got 8.5, just over 8.5 minutes left of racing, and he can't do it. You can see the Dodge is struggling out of the corners as the Mustang of Cymex and Talleyrand on fresh rubber just rock up to the back of Shiren's dodge, and there they go. He's left it out wide. He's letting his teammate through. Are they playing the team game? Is the dodge going to become a wall for the Corvette and block the Corvette as much as possible? No, the Corvette's not wasting no time. He's trying to get through, but Shiren is all sorts of big wide dodge there, and Talleyrand straight through. So Cymex, he got about a second out of that exchange, but Talleyrand is after him now with Shiren in third, Binko in fourth. We saw Ragnar has gone into the pits. He's put some softs on. How far behind Pat is he? Has he got an opportunity with 7.5 minutes left of racing? He's not come out of the pits yet, so we haven't seen that time differential. But it's done great work for Cymex and Talleyrand, who have blasted through the fields. Shiren there, he's staying out there. He's protecting that third place from Binko at this point. Pat then, he's some 35 seconds. Ragnar, you got to do some classic laps now to the end of this race. He's got the softs on, so he's given himself every opportunity. But I mean, man, he's going to be having to go some 7 seconds faster a lap than Pat. Pat doing a 34.0. Well, if you can do 29s, that's 5 seconds. Pat's going in also. He's given up on these tyres, and Binko stayed out. This is very interesting turn at the end of this race. Cymex then leading 1.1 seconds from Talleyrand. There's nothing in it between these two. Shiren then in a third spot, only just. Binko coming back at Shiren, the other dodge, two dodgers. They've not pitted. They're going to the end on this old rubber. Pat's come into the pits, as did Ragnar. I think Pat is just covering Ragnar off, because Ragnar is on the fresh rubber and he's going to be coming back at Pat on the old mediums. And there goes Pat. He's been released. He's out of the pits. He's in the pit lane. It's saying Ragnar is slightly ahead, but he's not. He's nowhere near. So Pat gets a free pit stop, gets on the soft tyres, and doesn't lose. That's great reaction from Pat. If he'd left it a couple more laps, I think Ragnar would have been past him. So great call from Pat on that late pit stop, covering off a Ragnar before the end of the race. Brilliant stuff. Well done, Pat. Cymex then, he's trying to cling on to this lead. He's only just got it. He's under a second ahead of Talleyrand. Binko has got himself ahead of Shiren. Shiren's tyres finally giving up. He's got 34 seconds before Pat and Ragnar come knocking on his door, and we've only got 5.5 minutes left of racing. He might be able to cling on to it. I'm not sure. We'll see. That wasn't a great lap from him, but if he's up there in the low 30s, he should be okay. 32.6, so it all depends on the pace that Pat and Ragnar can produce. Oh, did he just spin? No, he didn't. Cymex then 7/10 ahead of Talleyrand. What can Talleyrand do? What can he do? He used the pit stop to get himself ahead of the Fords, and it worked greatly for him. But now he's in a situation where he's sitting behind the Ford again as they came across traffic. He got into a bit of a race with Pat, giving Cymex the opportunity to move up the inside of the pair of them. And now he finds himself staring at the back of a Ford Mustang that can go just as fast as he can. It's down to mistakes now, this race between the two leaders. Binko some 6 seconds behind these guys. He hasn't pitted. And nor has Shiren, who's only a second behind Binko, the two Dodge Vipers, carrying those tyres all the way through this race. 4.5 minutes to go. He's only 2 seconds gained by Pat so far, so it's not enough for Pat to catch up them ahead of him. He's pulled away from Ragnar though. 9 seconds now. There were 5 seconds when he left the pits. Ragnar doing a 32.4 his last time around. Pat doing that was an outlap, that 31.8. It's this lap we'll see. The time is dropping between him and Shiren, but the actual clock on the side is also dropping. But he needs Shiren to do stuff like that. That'll help as the tyres die away. And there we see the lead hasn't changed, the time difference hasn't changed. It's a stalemate at the front between these two sim racers. Cymex driving 14.13, doing an absolutely blinding job for him. A new recruit, I believe, and a great recruit for him, if I do say so myself. Talleyrand representing the Virtual Racers Club and doing a grand job of it. but I know he would like the win. Binko done an absolute blinding job so far. He's pulled another couple of seconds out. He's down to 30 seconds. 29.3 for Pat. He's finding some pace in that Corvette on those sticky tyres. Can he come at Suren? It's a big ask, but if Suren has a small off and Pat does some fast laps in the last 3 minutes, who knows? Who knows what can happen there? Big question marks. He's leaving Ragnar behind. Ragnar also doing a 29.9 near the end of this race. Cymex has managed a 28.078 to get the fastest lap. We're nearly in the 27s. Come on, boys. Can't you just knock it? But his tyres are looking a little old now. Talleyrand a 28.8. His fastest is a 28.3. And that fastest lap might be the difference between these two drivers today. Absolutely nothing in it between the two of them. We've got less than 2.5 minutes left of racing here for the World Series. Trying out the American muscle. Don't forget, next Saturday we will be travelling over to Japan and trying out the best of Japan's manufacturers. So that is going to be cracking. Cymex, meanwhile, just maintaining that lead from Talleyrand. Binko getting further away from Suren. 27 seconds from Pat now is Suren with 2 minutes to go. So about 2 laps left for Pat to really do something special. Well, all Pat can do is the laps, and he's just got to hope that Suren throws that car off the track in some way. Suren's got to be crawling around. He did a 32.2 last time around. Pat did a 29.3, so Pat's doing everything he can. He's holding up his end of the bargain. It's just down to Suren if he can keep that car on the track. And Ragnar also doing very fast lap times, but he's just lost a little bit too much time on Pat at this point. That just dropped down to 26 seconds. It has, hasn't it? From 29 to 26 seconds. So Pat, with a minute left of racing, it seems drastic, but time could drop like that. Binko, he's also struggling with the lap times. 31.6 last time around from him. Suren managing a 31.8. Although that looks like it's going up. Pat made a mistake, no? Pat coming around the last section, but we're into the last lap now. There's Cymex. The fuel is flashing, but it's enough to get him to the finish line. And Talleyrand, Talleyrand has eased off, I think. Talleyrand, he's easing off. He's worried about that fuel flashing. There's 20 seconds left of racing. Still someone's crossed the line. Ragnar, is he going to slow down? No, he crosses the line, so Ragnar gets to complete the final lap. And Talleyrand, I think, backed off a little bit. Binko on the no-stop strategy, doing absolutely a smashing job there to get the final podium step. Suren, 25 seconds. It's all a little bit too late for Pat now. And here comes Cymex to take the winning position in the feature race here in America, and proving that the Ford Mustang is the best choice of the American manufacturers. I nearly said it without laughing. There you go, Cymex crosses the line. Congratulations, Cymex. VRC at Talleyrand in second place, and Binko with no stops, as did Suren, brings her home for the final podium position. Brilliant stuff, Binko. After that massive spin, going back to the back, you got a podium position. Taste the champagne. Take a boo, my son. There is Suren. No stops also. Coming across. He should have a look at our rules and regulations when he gets an opportunity about conduct crossing the line. Then we have Pat. Did just the right thing at the right time for Pat, saving him a position from Ragnar, because I think Ragnar may have caught him up. We don't know. We'll never know. But Pat finishing in 5th place with that pit stop just to cover off Ragnar at the end of the race there. And Ragnar finishing in 6th with some great pace near the end. I bet those guys wish they started on the softs. So that is your order. Cymex, Talleyrand and Binko are the top 3. Take a boo. There you go. Great stuff from the Team 13 driver, Cymex. Fantastic. Great win, man. Well done. Well fought. Very entertaining for us here. So I'll take you to the race results. Talleyrand doesn't hang around though, so I won't hold you up too much and let you get on with your Saturday evenings. That is the race results. After race 2, Cymex takes your win in the Mustang, followed by Talleyrand very closely in the Corvette. Binko in third, no stops, and got a great podium position. Shiren in the end, he didn't do no stops, but I think he lost his tyres close to the end there, helping Binko get up into third. Pat taking a late pit stop to cover off Ragnar, as Ragnar pitted for softs as well. And they both finished 5th and 6th. Cracking race by everyone. So it's Saturday night, we're doing this. Yes, I didn't get around to doing the VGT replays. They will get done soon. It might be during the night Sunday, so when you wake up Monday morning there might be a nice shiny VGT round 2 waiting. Also Sunday night, don't forget, it's the Sunday Cup. It's an open lobby. If you're friends with VRC Thingamajig, you are more than welcome to jump into that lobby and race with us. We're using the BMW M3s from 1989, I believe, Sports Evolution, and that replay will be on sometime during the night on Sunday. Then into next week we have got the final round of the GTMC, and by George, we will finally know who won lobby 2, because it's still uncertain. Going into round 10, it could be anyone's game. Then on the Thursday they have the VGT racing, which I'll try and cover at some point. Then next Friday I think we've got the Raptor raids. Then on Saturday is back to the World Series for the round 4, and then Sunday will be the final Sunday Cup for a little while, because it'll be moving out the way to make room for the HPEC the following week. Right, that's everything. Thank you for watching. That was a cracking race. It's always a pleasure when you guys join in with me. Adam in the chat saying, well driven everyone, thank you for the commentary. That's my pleasure. Thank you for sticking with me. It's always nice to have company. And was your commentator and broadcaster Betty Drilzer. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Boy, see you later, guys.